Hi there, today's video is short but sweet, but a real important one for most, I think. We're looking at fairway woods and hybrids today. Not going to look at anything technical, just about how you're meant to hit it, the idea of what we're trying to do when we hit it, which I think people can get confused, and I think this will really help you just get the strike better, the flight better, and your overall confidence with a hybrid or a fairway wood a lot more where we want it, so we can play a bit better golf. So first thing I want to look at is the hybrid. It's like a wood but an iron as well, which is the idea. It's a shorter shaft than a wood, so we can play it a lot more like an iron, so we don't have to have it too far forward in the stance. I would think we want it a bit further forward than a normal mid iron, but we're not going crazy like a driver. So with a hybrid, I think we're looking at 3/4 of the way forward is a nice place to get it, and nice tall solid setup. So that's the first thing with a hybrid I want you to look at. Just check your ball position. It wants to be forward of centre, not crazy though, about 3/4 of the way forward. So if you can get that right, that's a great start. The other thing I notice is when we get a hybrid or a wood out, I think we all want to smash it, we want to hit it a long way, and we tend to swing too fast because of this. We've changed clubs to hit it further, so let's try and keep in our standard rhythm that we're creating. Go back to a previous video I've done, I called it the roller coaster swing, where I'm trying to get a nice tempo going back, then attack the ball. We do want to hit it hard, but we want to hit it hard with rhythm. So that's another thing to really focus on when hitting hybrids and woods. Lastly, I want you to be looking at hitting the ball, then hitting the ground, not massively steep into it, but we do want to make contact with the ground. Here it's going to be making contact with the mat, and that would enable you to hit the ball way more out the middle of the face, and again get the flight and the trajectory much more where we want it. And I think that's the main one that people get wrong, because there's less loft on it, because our head's telling us it's going up in the air. Our subconscious wants to help it up. When we help it up, we get this, and we hit a top, or we can hit sort of squiffy right shots. I imagine we've all done that in our time. I know I have, and I still do occasionally, so you've still got to keep your eye on this. So we're going to look at today, good ball position with the hybrid, nice slow turn takeaway, and a nice accelerating hit into the ground through the ball and let it happen. We're not trying to smash it too hard. We want to swing fast but not too fast. We want to keep the rhythm. So let's have a little go at that. I'm going to just pop the ball now just forward of centre, 3/4 of the way forward, nice solid tempo, and now I'm just going to focus on nice and smooth back, hit hard and down. So we're going to go nice and back, and there we know that ball has gone in the air, in the direction we want it. Okay, we're not looking at the shape at the moment, let's get the strike right, and then we can really focus on the direction of the ball. So that's the hybrid. Fairly simple, isn't it? We can all do that. The major difference with the 3-wood is the shaft is longer, or a 5-wood, or any wood for that matter is similar, but most of us will carry a 3-wood. I think all of us probably have a 3-wood and maybe a 5-wood. I don't have the 5, but I've got the 3. Major difference with this is simply the ball goes that little bit further forward, not right on the big toe like a driver. We want it probably a ball inside, maybe 2 balls inside, a little bit further ahead than we just had the hybrid. So if you look at this setup here, we're looking fairly forward there, aren't we? Just inside that heel, whereas the driver's probably just that little bit further forward on the toe. So that's where we want to be. But again, we're looking at that lovely rhythm, nice and smooth to the top, smooth acceleration, hit nice and hard, and still we're going to hit down. We're going to hit down on this ball to make it go up. Sounds backwards, but that's how it works. You look at, say, Sergio Garcia or Henrik Stenson, or even Stratford-on-Avon's very own Dan Hacker, who's a great 3-wood player, not as good as a driver, bless him, but we'll get you there, Dan. They all take a little bit of divot when they hit these 3-woods. Now, very important that to get the compression, get the ball flight the same as an iron. Believe it or not, if you're going to hit a driver off the ground, you want to hit the ground as well. You're going to hit the deck. Not something most of us are probably going to do yet, but next time at the range, have a go. You'll see the ball go in the air. Probably won't go straight. So I'm going to put all those into action here with this swing, see what happens. So again, we're going to look at the ball position, just back of where I'd have a driver, ball or so. I'm focusing now on my rhythm and just hitting the ball and the turf. So we're nice and smooth. Bang, lovely shot, lovely strike. I'm pleased with that. Hopefully that'll help you out. They're very simple. You could practice this at home, even if you haven't got a net. or much room to swing. Just grab a club. We only need to do little 3/4 shots, get the ball position right, just little swinger, hit down, swinger, hit the ground. You see how the club bounces off the ground? The woods do that. We're okay to hit the ground. Nice. So if you can all work on that, that would be great. Just one more thing. I think it's quite interesting actually. I've probably had 10 days off hitting balls now because of my thumb. Still hurting a bit, but we're getting there. And what I have noticed is I've been out with the TrackMan on a couple of occasions just looking at club head speed, etc. And mine's dropped quite a bit. I reckon the first week or so of lockdown I moved it up 5-6 miles an hour by hitting balls every day and just stretching a bit, and then I haven't done a fat lot apart from run once I've done my thumb. And I've lost about 5 miles an hour, so I'm always back where I started. So just shows you the importance. If you have a look back on the previous 2 videos I did with Rob and Andrew on the fitness side and the physio side, I think those little bits are really important to get cracking at, because we don't want to be too far behind the 8 ball when we get back. We want to be ready to go. So there's talk of us getting back fairly soon. I'm not so sure, but we can all live in hope. So let's try and be prepared for that. I hope you're all staying safe. Can't believe it's May already, but let's hope we're out on the golf course by June. Take care. See you soon.